Oh no, what is happening here? That's illegal!
$38.
I'm glad we saw this. I'm glad we saw this one
I feel
for
like
you.
we may have just saved someone. You guys seem to be both really good at building PCs and also really bad at it.
And that's what this video is for, to compliment you guys for awesome PCs and also help you all out with your first PC builds. Welcome to the PC Build Review Series, where we take a look at your PC part pickers, give you build advice, tear them apart, and give you all some input on what you do for your build, and we're gonna dive right into it after a word from today's sponsor.
Listen, building a gaming PC is only part of the process. Once you finish planning your perfect gaming PC build to get the best price performance, you need to make sure to install and activate Windows 11 with today's video sponsor, gvgmall. Use our link in the description down below to find the Windows 11 key. Use code TB20 on checkout to save even more money, upping your price to performance game. Then you'll get a copy of the key sent straight to you. Take that key, throw it into a Windows 11 PC of your choice during the install process or after the install is done, and boom, you now have an activated Windows 11 with access of all the features it has to offer. Use our link down below and use code TB20 on checkout, and you'll save some money on your Windows activation. Big thanks again to gvgmall for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to the video, shall we?
So if you guys don't know, discord.gg/toastybros, we have a Discord server where you can actually submit your PC part pickers to be featured in this series. The first episode did quite well, so if you guys want to see this series even more, be sure to drop a like and comment down below, and we'll continue doing this series. But we have a couple to choose from here, and these are from all around the world, so we have to know that with pricing, because things do change. So we are in Australia with this one from Gamer Cam. He says, that's the list. I got all the parts from someone I know for free because they were upgrading. All I needed to buy was a 2 terabyte SSD. Just a question, does anyone know what I should upgrade? And if so, what should I upgrade? Keeping in mind, Australian dollars, there's no such thing as Jawa. Of course. Okay, so got all the stuff for free.
Okay, so Ryzen, this feels just like such a classy build right here. We got the 2600 B450 full size, Vengeance LPX, the Kraus, which you gracefully went to, was Gen 4. Okay, you know, a little bit overkill, but honestly,
I'm assuming it works.
That's a little expensive, I think, for a Gen 4. So
Australian
dollars.
What is the conversion? What is the conversion there? Let's see. It's 99 bucks.
It's actually pretty normal.
Yeah.
Okay. Corsair Carbide spec, mid tower because ATX. You got the RX 570. I mean, right now, and then you have the same power supply. I'm running with my 9800X3D and my 4070.
Which means your upgrade suggestions are the 9800X2D.
All the way up, honestly, but
yeah.
It's a balanced build right now.
It is very balanced. That's the hard part. So you do have AM4, which, you know, there's just a bajillion CPUs you can upgrade to. So if we're talking, maybe we can give them like both options. So we got the budget upgrade and the more like max potential upgrade for this PC. So budget, what do you think? Like 5600, something like that, or?
I would say, like, I mean, super budget graphics card first.
Yes.
If you're mainly gaming and it's not esports, you're playing esports and AAA titles, you could definitely get away with a better GPU for the 2600. So keeping upgrade path in mind, you could go up to a 3060, a 4060. You could go up to a 7600 from AMD, and then later on you could upgrade the other parts. And then Matt, what would you do if you were to upgrade the GPU and the CPU?
So if you did both, I would say top of the line CPU, I'd probably go with like the 5700X. That's like the best value AM4 CPU, so 5700X. And then GPU, keep in mind the power supply, but you should be perfectly fine. 7600, as we mentioned, is a good option. If you really care about VRAM, the 7600 XT exists, but only get that if it's really close to the 7600 pricing. NVIDIA side, 4060, 4060 Ti, if you're talking new market, or used, you could look at some like 2070 super level cards, and you should be good with a 550 watt power supply. Everything else is solid. I would just look on CPU upgrades, GPU upgrades, or one or the other, and you'll be very happy with your build.
Yeah, other than that, you're looking pretty good to go.
Asher Dales. Asher Dales says, I like this. I certainly did not pay scalper prices for the B580.
Certainly.
I have a feeling they paid scalper prices for the B580. Let's see.
I'll see if they entered in their own price.
Okay, $299. That's not bad. That's a little expensive, but that's in stock.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that they may be paid to $59.99.
Hopefully. Well, it's that Sparkle card, because like that one's like always.
That is, I guess, in stock for that.
It's a 3-fan too, so like.
It's kind of a cool looking card if you get a theme build.
So let's see, what are we?
I'm just thinking, I'm like $300. How much can you get the? That's like 7700 XT, or which would be 16 gigs of VRAM.
Yeah.
With similar performance, and what was their CPU?
So the CPU, we'll go back to the rest of the build.
Do they have like that kind of deal?
So we got 7600X.
That's
so
fine.
that's a good CPU. So you wouldn't really deal with the whole CPU overhead issue.
Yeah.
It's fine, but I think, yeah, you were in that territory where I feel like the B580 is good at $259, but once you get close to $300, you're in that 7700 XT territory, which is still a better GPU.
You get the LAN coil. I like that case. We've used that quite a bit. You get a power spec power supply, which those are not bad.
Okay.
You get the A410. We definitely like that cooler. Once again, full size board. 32 gigs of DDR5. The MP44L. How many times do we use that in our gaming PCs? This definitely just almost looks like a Toasty Bros like mid-budget build.
Yeah.
And at $939. Too bad.
939 is pretty good. Yeah, I think you technically overpaid a little bit for the B580, but if it works well and you have a good CPU, I think you're gonna be very happy with the performance, good 1440p performance overall. And one thing I would say is the color scheme is kind of interesting. I would have, especially with that sparkle card, you got that blue color scheme going on there. I probably would have played into that a little bit more because you have everything else kind of neutral. You set the RGB to blue. You could also get some like blue sleeve cables if you wanted to, or some wire or whatever. But all in all, everything looks pretty good. I hope that's not ketchup and mustard though. That would be the one deal breaker. It is semi-modular, but you never know with these power supplies. Maybe not.
Hard to tell.
It's hard to tell.
They did a really good job of photoshopping every other cable out.
But yeah, if that's the case, that power supply, get some sleeved extensions, make it look really clean. But all in all, very well put together build, and I don't see any major flaws.
No, I think this one's all right. The Disfunct family?
Yes, Disfunct family. I am in charge of building a PC to be given away at my place of employment. Interesting. $1,250 budget. I just wanted to get your thoughts. I have until June to get all the parts. Well, guess what? We're gonna show you right now.
And you're definitely, with that time range in mind, there's gonna be some new GPUs out. $138.
I don't know who the sponsor of this video. Actually, I can tell you right. Oh wait, wow! Look at this. Look, that's convenient.
gvgmall.
That's convenient. Say I mean, again, it's your company, so I mean, how nice do you want to be to them? But save them a little bit of money. Give better price performance for that giveaway PC. So 7600X, looking good. B650M, solid.
It's a nice looking Zalman cooler, actually.
Yeah, that motherboard has a little bit of white to it. I mean, you can go with all the other black components. It would work fine too.
It's a good price for a Wi-Fi board, though.
That's a problem. That Acer B580.
All right, listen. I know the B580. Yeah, there's so many YouTubers love it.
Yes.
Any YouTuber that says it's great at $300+ is blatantly lying to you.
That's wrong.
Don't pay more than like $300 for that card.
Yeah.
At $449, you're at 7700 XT to 7800 XT, which is going to like blow this card out of the water.
And you have until June, so I would, if you are given the ability to deal hunt, it depends how hard you want to go with this, because we'll take a little bit of deal hunting. You can find the B580 coming in and out of stock at $259. Get one of those there, and at that point, I mean, you have a lot of money left over at that price point. Well, I mean, actually, to be fair, we look at this, we're at $1,371, so you are over your budget. So I'm assuming this was probably MSRP,
Yeah,
and that just price hiked.
went up.
So don't spend more than $300 like the last person we said for a B580.
Yeah.
If not, get a 7700 XT. Anything
Other
else that
than
stands out?
You could definitely spend less than the power supply. Corsair's great, but I will say, Seagotep 750, fully modular, 80+ gold, ATX 3.0, which I don't even know if this comes with, and those are like 70, I believe, on Amazon. So that would save you another $30.
Ooh, another thing, Zalman. Do they have one combo with the P30? I haven't
Oh,
looked.
I'm pretty sure they have a combo with every one of their cases.
So on Newegg right now, actually, let's just look up Zalman combos.
It is
show
from
you guys.
Newegg, actually.
Yeah, let's go to Newegg. Here's some news stories, by the way.
New Schmiegel.
Okay, so let's do Zalman.
We used to do Zalman combo, they come up.
Yeah, Zalman combo. So right now, Zalman just has like a stupid amount of combos. There's one with the P10 that comes with a power supply and cooler for $114. That's actually good. There's one with the, let's see.
Yeah, they got a couple
P30.
of their fish tanks. Yep.
What's that cooler? That cooler is freaky.
I will say, honestly, yeah, the cooler is a little odd, but I will say, like this combo right here for 150,
Yeah.
I would just use the 600 watt power supply.
Yeah.
Like you don't need 750 for what you're building.
Yeah, so go, anyone watching this, by the way, just go on Newegg, look Zalman combo up. They just keep coming. Like there's just so many combos.
It's like every single one of their cases is in a combo.
And don't be scared about those power supplies, by the way, too. I think they're
good.
C speculative on the tier list, so if you really care about the tier list, that's where it lies. But they are solid power supplies, so I definitely would recommend
Which
that.
I will say, I think the Corsair RME series, I don't think those are that highly rated either. I think those are like B, maybe C.
So, you know what? You're off to the right track. You got our advice on that, and yeah, that's cool that your company's giving away a PC. So
That is really cool.
let us know how to enter. I want one.
Is it one? Is check tip?
Okay, can we enter? What the heck is this?
Sig Drazel?
Sig Drazel. 1080p 60 FPS gaming machine. Simple, effective.
I hear gaming.
Oh no, what is happening here?
All right, so listen.
I hope this isn't a new build. I hope this is a build that's already been done.
9950X, we have told people this, and if you guys are ZTT fans, I resonate with this really well on a short he did. You don't need typically ever more than a Ryzen 5 or an i5 for gaming. Like point blank period.
That's it.
That's it.
You don't need it. You don't need
unless you know. And now, if you're one of those people that know that you need more, sure.
Because also, again, like literally the name of this is AM4 1080p 60 FPS PC.
Oh wait, there's a little.
Oh, we got some.
So down the road, you had a 6600K with the 9. You had a really balanced build before.
Okay, so all right, so let's dial it back here. You're spending about $1,000 here. You could very easily, with the price of that motherboard, the price of that CPU, you could do like a 7600 very easily. So Ryzen 5 7600.
Which, by the way, will actually probably perform better than the
games.
5950X, believe it or not, in games.
100%. That's a really good deal on Thermalright cooler. $44 for that. That's a really good deal. The Micro ATX board, again, you get a B650 for close to the same price nowadays. DDR5 would be a little more expensive. You'd be paying, what, around $80 to $90, about 40 more bucks.
If they do a Newegg combo, though, a lot of those are coming with free RAM. That's how I just did our challenge. I got free RAM.
So there you go. The Fangsheng S500 Pro.
You actually had good luck with that brand.
Yeah, that's not
I
bad.
will say for 110 for a Gen 3, though, this must be an older drive because it's hard to even find Gen 3s now that are that big.
Yeah, so that's, the price is amazing. You probably could just get Gen 4. And based on what I'm seeing, if you're going with the 7600, try to get a Gen 4. The 3060...
So this is built, right? Obviously died. You've been saving for a long time. Oh my God, I don't think they built this.
Okay, so yeah, if you haven't built this, don't.
We need to just build you a whole new PC.
Yeah, this is like, there's a lot that needs to be
You have
fixed.
a Micro ATX board with a full-size case. That's another problem.
3060, I wouldn't pay $319 for.
That power supply is, I don't know how Thermaltake is still making their Smart Series.
Power supply.
80 plus white. Back when Matt and I first started doing YouTube, I'm talking back in 2014, we were using this power supply.
Don't buy that. Seago tep it up.
Dude, there's one random ARGB fan. I guess it's for the back.
Yeah, but like we're using a Gomdius full-size case. There's so much happening here. Okay, the best recommendation I can give you, we'll just make it as simple as we can. 7600. We got a 7600. Get a B650M motherboard. 32 gigs of DDR5, pretty easy to get.
Probably free.
Probably free with some of the combos you can get on Newegg right now.
Gen 4 2 terabyte.
Gen 4 2 terabyte. Graphics card, if you're looking NVIDIA 4060, you could find some for $300 or less if you really want to go NVIDIA 4060, or go use 3060 if you really want a 3060, save money. Micro ATX case, I'm just thinking Montech Air 100. Same price, Micro ATX, 4 RGB fans.
Yeah, you don't have to buy an extra fan.
Don't have to buy an extra fan. Power supply is a Seago tap. Call it a day. You're done.
Good to go.
You're done.
You're probably under the budget here, and it's going to perform a lot better than what you have now.
Wow. We've been doing this for 2 episodes, and this one, I'm glad we saw this. I'm glad we saw this one
I feel like we may have just saved someone. And you're not going to be looking at 60, by the way. You're going to be looking at like 144 plus FPS.
Yep. Figgy, I'm looking at a build for my first gaming setup, 1500 CAD to last around 5 years. I like these people who think long term. My goal is to play 1440p in GPS games. What is GPS?
Probably FPS.
So you mean FPS?
The F is by the G.
Yes, FPS games, and then try harder to run games later on.
Okay.
I have a 1440 148Hz monitor I'm looking to build ASAP. So this is Canadian prices,
Really
by the way.
smart already naming what resolution that they have or want, because that's a big part of it.
That's illegal! Well, not in Canada, just as illegal.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Is this another B580 build? Wow.
You guys love the B580.
B580 is good, don't get me wrong, but like there are other options. They do exist, by the way. 7600X, that again Canadian, so we're looking, that's probably fair. Let me look that up. That's a little expensive.
A little bit more than
but
normal,
that could be just what prices are. So 220 USD.
The motherboard seems just fine based on like conversion math. That cooler's definitely really cheap.
The RAM seems fine.
RAM's good.
2 terabyte Gen 4, that's fine. You don't have a price for the B580, but if you get the limited edition, don't pay any more than $300. But that one is the MSRP card, so $259. If you get it for $259, golden. Deep Cool, it's a full size case.
Yeah. Same deal that we just told the other person. Go Micro ATX.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't really see anything else wrong besides you could go with the lesser power supply, but I get if you want upgrade path and you ATX 3.0.
You said 5 years and you want to play 1440, so
that's a good thing to go with. I don't really see. I think it's just the case, honestly.
Yeah, case. I would go micro ATX case. There's a ton on the market. Look at any of our build guides. To be honest, they all use micro ATX cases for the most part. So
there's Bitphoenix Nova Mesh as well.
Yep.
Aqua 3.
We got DIY PC with the Q3. We got soon to be dead Prodigy.
Zalman with the P10 and
P30.
a bunch of other ones.
Yeah.
Like we could go on and on. Thermaltake has some. Like every company has micro ATX cases.
Get a micro ATX case. Just because it says mid tower, by the way, that might have got you that way. Mid tower doesn't mean it's micro ATX.
Mid will often mean ATX.
Yep. Rocket MCOP. Hello, Toasty Bros. My name is Rocket MC, and I'm wondering if I could get your opinion on this PC list that I made. It focuses mainly on video editing.
Ooh,
this is fun.
I like this.
Setting video quality to 4K, streaming and gaming, 1080p or 1440p. I would love to know if there's anything you would recommend changing in this list. Thank you. God bless. Good thing you said video editing, because I would have been like, why are you getting the 7600 XT? Theoretically, you could use the VRAM in some 3D applications. So I can justify a little bit of a price there.
Yeah, and if you can, like we've said before, if you can get it for like, 50, 60 bucks more, there's not really another 16 gig card on the market at the moment that you can get near that price.
12600KF is a pretty solid option for the amount of cores you get for the money. Not bad. Only thing is, I guess theoretically you don't have a major upgrade path, but let's just talk about how McAllister full-time edits on a 13600KF. Was it 13 or 14?
I think he's 13.
13. So he has a 13600K is what he edits on. All the Toasty Bros videos, the ones he's doing right now, actually. So
Zach's doing thumbnails on the, 12400 non-F? Or is he
13400?
13400. So
basically all i5s across the board.
A lot of i5s.
A lot of i5s editing, so they're good.
Yeah, I do, actually the VRAM choice is cool there. You got DDR5, it's really good for editing.
Cool. Yep.
B760. Make sure that board is DDR5 before you buy it.
Yep.
I see you got a full-size board. You have a full-size case, but keep in mind you can save. I would probably say around 30 bucks off this build if you do go micro ATX.
Yeah. What B7, is there a good B760s that are DDR5 micro? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, B760s. Yeah, I was feeling a look real quick in another tab.
Let's see.
I know, once again, Newegg does have B760M combos too.
Let's go. Newegg's getting a lot of plug today. Newegg's been just on fire with their deals recently.
I'll be honest, I normally almost always use Amazon, but recently, I've started using Newegg again a little bit.
Well, that's a good deal though, actually.
Try click. You know what? Some of these come with free RAM and they don't tell you until the last second. This one does not.
Okay.
That's pretty cool though. So what's the math breakdown on that? You get a B760 that's DDR5. It's full ATX.
Will you be spending about 165 per? So you're getting a 12700KF for 165.
Which is about what
But it'd be a little bit more if you split it up evenly for motherboards. So, I mean, that's one to consider. I mean, you're getting even more cores and threads. You're getting an i7 there. There's one, the 4060. But yeah, these are just combos you can look at. But obviously, you're doing everything right. If you just want to save money, obviously, look at those combos and everything.
Yeah, some of those combos will end up getting you, kind of like we just showed you, like up to an i7 for literally 20 bucks more. And at that point, hey, editing, pretty cool.
You don't need that much power either. The power supply is not that expensive though. $89 is not too bad for that power supply. But yeah,
that's a good. I will say the GF A3 is good power supplies.
Yeah, no, this is a good build. Well thought out. I like that you didn't go super overkill and go like 5950X AM4 or something like that, like the previous
with
guy.
like a 700 XTX or something.
This is a good starting point.
This
100%.
is very doable.
Very doable. Good editing build. And quick op, looking to future-proof my PC with a high wattage power supply, AM5 platform, root upgrade in 4 to 5 years. So let's guess.
Gosh.
Is it going to be a 1,000-watt power supply?
I would say 1,000 at least.
Okay, let's see.
Dude, that's like mining rig power supply.
All right, here we go. 7600X 3D. I guess these are prices you paid, or you're already looking at other places to pay.
Description? No.
No description.
I will say 150 for this 7600X 3D. Did you really pay that much for it?
That seems
like that little. I mean,
that seems very cheap. How much was it at Micro Center? Wasn't it like
$300?
I bought it. I
bought it for 300.
Yeah, and your context was not great. What was it? Just okay. If you guys could, if there is a price there for future ones, try to leave a note on like I got this for this price doing this.
Because there's a bunch of that right now. Like I see, I mean it had to be Micro Center, so I'm guessing I see RAM, motherboard.
Oh,
so I'm
it's
betting,
the combo and they just split it maybe. So
oh yeah, 150,
yeah.
$450.
That sounds
about right
okay,
for that combo.
That makes sense.
Which, yeah, what would they say they wanted to do with it? Just gaming?
They just said looking to future. There's
future,
something I
okay.
haven't even said. I'm assuming gaming. So we got the B580 for got a B580 for $215. Is that Micro Center too?
Open box already?
If you got an open box one, congrats. That's rare, and that's a
would love
really good
context.
price. Oh boy, the North.
Okay. I mean, hey, acquired taste.
Yeah.
You either love it or hate it, but you do have an ATX board.
I will say, the blue sparkle card inside the Fractal North kind of bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, unless you're going to, which I don't think you're putting any RGB in it.
Yeah.
So, now, I can kind of imagine in my head, I'm like, if you had a bunch of RGB fans, make it that kind of dark blue.
It could work, yeah.
Maybe. I feel like blue and wood isn't the greatest. But hey, once again, this is looks, kind of preference. The power supply, I don't know if you're ever going to need that.
I don't think you will.
We just did the 5090 video. What? We did it like 4 times.
Yeah.
And we got away with a 1,000 watt. What do we even pull from the wall with this 7600X?
I thought it was like 7.
We pulled a max of like 700 watts, 5090, 7600X. I don't think, honestly, the X3Ds are usually more power efficient.
I would just get a 1,000 watt if you really want it. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, 1,000 watt. I guess if you're thinking theoretical, 9800X 3D, 5090, whatever, I guess. But like even then, you wouldn't be close.
I still think maybe like 850 watt would be the max you'll pull. So I feel like 1,000's the more golden number.
Yeah.
But I guess if the 1,300 watts 150, that doesn't seem terrible.
It's not terrible.
And that's a really good power supply.
The whole build price-wise is actually really good, especially what you're getting, if you factor in the idea of future-proof upgrading. So I would just say, if we're talking aesthetics, the graphics card in the case, But all in all, if you got these prices, which I'm assuming, this looks like Micro Center pricing. Like if you got this
deals.
Micro Center pricing, pretty dang good.
Yeah, you definitely got some deals, and I think that's our
I think that's all of them. That is all of them. So guys, if you guys want to submit your builds through PCPartPicker, or if you have any comments on the builds, did we say something wrong? Did we give a bad recommendation? I want to know from you guys in the comments down below, and join discord.gg/ToastyBros to submit yours for the next episode.
But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
Now, some of these builds are pretty good, but I'm sure there's some builds we didn't see that were just so bad that you might be better off just letting the expert plan the build for you. Those
experts are at PCBros.tech. You can build a gaming PC. Well, not build one. You can buy one. We build it for you, and then you buy it. PCBros.tech. He's got ToastyBros on checkout to save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.